Bev, it was for the Matildas. They came so close, within touching distance of that final, but they just couldn't quite get over the line tonight. And the Lionesses were too good. They were clearly the better team. The first 45 minutes was completely controlled by England. They were getting a lot of effectiveness with the long balls, getting past the Australian defenders and creating a lot of chances. The Australians barely had any possession in that first 45, and Ella Toone got the first goal with a superb strike. Mackenzie Arnold couldn't get anywhere near it, the Australian goalkeeper. So it was 1-0 to England at half-time. The Australians looked like a different team, though, to come out in the second half. They were revitalised and really wanted to give the crowd something to cheer about. And who else but Sam Kerr did just that. It was a sublime equaliser that she scored, one of her best. This is the first time she's actually started this tournament, and she was stifled pretty effectively and marked very closely in that first half. But when she got a bit of space, my goodness, did she make it count. So it was 1-1 to Australia, but then England started to wrest back control of the game and managed to get another couple through Hemp. And then Russo scored the clincher to make it 3-1. Kerr had another couple of chances to get Australia back in the contest, but just couldn't put them away. So it was a really entertaining match. The Matildas tried their best. The Lionesses just too good.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think watching that match, you couldn't begrudge the Lionesses because they fought consistently, even when as you say, Australia had the upper hand for a brief period. Now they will face Spain in Sunday's final. You've been watching this tournament. There they go. All along. Who do you think goes in favourite after tonight's match?
Oh, it's really hard to say. Both teams did really well to make it to this final. Spain, in their victory over Sweden, there was a chaotic final 10 minutes last night where all 3 goals were scored in that match. Spain plays a really beautiful style of football, aesthetically very pleasing. Their technical skills on the ball are outstanding. But there'll be plenty of England fans here on Sunday night hoping that football will be coming home. I've been talking to a few of them and they're convinced, like, yeah, of course football's coming home. They won the European Championships last year, so they know how to perform on the big stage and in big time finals, whereas it's the first time Spain has been in a final at the World Cup, and so it's maybe a little bit newer to them rather than England, who's had semi-final experience previously and then winning the Euros. So it's hard to say who's a favourite. Maybe England on paper, but I think it'll go down to the wire.
Yeah, and of course Australia is not completely over. They're going to battle against Sweden to see who will take third place.
This is still important for the Matildas. They've already had their best ever finish at a Women's World Cup, but you want to finish this tournament on a high, so they will face Sweden on Saturday night in Brisbane, Meanjin, hoping to clinch that third spot. It's like the bronze medal playoff we see at the Olympics. There is some meaning still to that clash, and there'll be another 50,000 fans there at Brisbane Stadium, and they really want to send this team out on a winning note because they've really galvanised the nation. They have brought so many people together and got millions of Australians behind them and done so much for advancing the cause of women's football in this country. So fingers crossed that they can get one more win on Saturday night.
Great reporting throughout, Amanda. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thanks, Bev.